What's going on, everybody? Cigar Titan here, once again with my good friend Brother Stogie. Say hello to the people.
Titan fam, what up?
And Brother Stogie, this is a very special episode. We're going to take things off track just a little bit, and we've got a very special topic that we're going to be talking about today. You want to tell them a little bit about that?
Off track, not really. You know what I'm saying? We're just giving a little bit of education as we like to do on the Cigar Titans channel.
Right.
And today, this month, we told y'all last video, this month is Black History Month. So I was like, man, what can we do on the channel for Black History Month? And we got it.
Yeah, you came up with a pretty good idea.
You know what I'm saying? So today, if you didn't know anything about Cameroon wrappers or with Cameroon cigars, you're going to find out tonight.
That's right.
And you're going to find out why we specifically chose Uncle Neer's 1884. I said 4, not 4. 4.
You ready to get started?
Let's give it to him.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. So like we said at the beginning of the episode, today we are going to be talking a little bit about Black History Month. And Brother Stogie, you had a terrific idea on how to incorporate cigars into Black History Month, specifically cigars with the Cameroon wrapper.
Yes. So the Cameroon wrapper, I did some nice, educated research.
Yeah,
you know, I love research. You know what I'm saying? And this is all built off of encyclopedias. But anyway, we bring you to South Africa.
Right.
Central Africa, actually. You know what I'm saying? To the country of Cameroon, South Africa.
And I'm super excited about this because the cigars we're going to be smoking today are one of my favorite manufacturers, and that is the Arturo Fuente.
I did that on purpose too, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the Hemingway.
Yes, it is. The Arturo Fuente Hemingway. And this one got like got a closed foot on it. You know, so what's a closed foot? This is like closed foot. Just like that. So foot with a sock on it. But this is a cigar, right? So first, before we get into this, so do we chop off the closed foot?
You can. I don't personally. I don't like to waste any bit of my cigar. However, if you're dealing with something like this where there's a tapered foot on the end, or maybe the foot of the cigar is a closed foot cigar, be mindful of that when you first cut the cap off of your cigar, because your draw is naturally going to seem a little tighter. Once this gets right about here towards the base of the cigar, it'll start to open up, and that draw should become a lot easier.
I'm gonna use your torch because I left mine in the truck.
And there you go. Good.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and cut up and light up first.
So draw on this is actually not too bad. I can already tell that by the time we get done with this tapered part of the foot, that this is going to open up and it's going to be just fine. That's the other cool thing about, smoking cigars that have these kind of tapered, ends at the end of it here, is that it really doesn't take a lot to get these lit. Once you get the tapered end going pretty good, you should be fine. You shouldn't have to do too many relights with something like that. I know the Hemingway has a tapered foot, and I believe their short story also has a tapered foot.
Got it. All right, so let's jump into this Cameroon wrapper. You know what I'm saying? So Cameroon wrapper, like I said, is Central Africa, which it borders Nigeria and the Republic of Congo. So the Cameroon wrapper is known for its toothiness. And so when we're talking about toothiness in regards to a wrapper, there's like little pockets of oil that build up the wrapper, right?
Right, they call it tooth.
Tooth, you know what I'm saying? So we're talking about toothiness. That kind of extends it further with the wrapper, talking about it was referred to on, I think it was Holt.com.
Yes.
Yes, as an elegance, delicacy of sweetness that the wrapper gives off due to that toothiness.
Yes, so the toothiness on the cigar is actually small little oil pockets that form on the wrapper leaf, and so it's supposed to provide, like Brother Stogie said, a sweeter flavor to the cigar. And as you burn through it, obviously those little oil pockets or whatever, tend to give off additional flavors and stuff like that. And so the Cameroon cigar is considered probably the most toothy cigar out of all the cigar wrappers.
So kind of dig in, get a little dorky with it, because I love some history. So the Cameroon and the Central African Republic. So the Dutch colonists originally brought the Sumatra seed tobaccos to Central Africa in like the early 1900s under French colonization. So when the French took over, even though Cameroon declared independence from France, they kind of took over, and that's what kind of blossomed the tobacco industry in Cameroon.
Right.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty badass.
That is badass.
You know what I'm saying? So boom, got a little history for y'all. So tell them a little about the Cameroon and what it has to do with the Arturo Fuente Hemingway.
So like you said, this is, outside of this being a fairly unique wrapper, this is also has Dominican filler. This is Cameroon, the Cameroon leaf or the Cameroon wrapper is only one part of the cigar. So typically, cigars wrapped with a Cameroon wrapper tend to be medium to medium full-bodied cigars.
Usually give off sweeter notes as far as like cocoa. Some have like cinnamon, brown sugar, and this one actually, so this one actually here gives off a little bit of brown sugar, some bacon spices, and not too much earth like we said before, but just.
And it's actually fairly easy on the retrohale too. Mm-hmm. No problem there. With a very light hint of a spice that kind of washes over the back part of your tongue on the finish. It's not overpowering by any means, but it lets you know that it's there.
And the dry bacon spice I'm getting is almost like a dry powdered nutmeg.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing too sweet, but you can smell that. Like you put that nutmeg in your mouth and you try to swallow and you want to do that whole little thing. That's the flavor that you get right there.
So, referring to the same article, this is not the only cigar that sports the Cameroon wrapper.
Oh, no, it's
there
not.
There are
baby.
some other cigars here, and some of the more popular cigars you guys have probably heard of. In addition to the Arturo Fuente, is the Cohibas, the H. Upman Vintage Cameroon, the Partagas, the Nub Cameroon, the Rocky Patel Vintage 2003, and the Oliva G Series, Oliva Series G, which is one of my personal favorites. I tend to have that one on rotation in my humidor quite frequently as well.
I've had a few of them. Let's see, so retail, I paid California prices. I paid $15 for this one.
Each.
Yeah, not together.
Right.
Now the Oliva G, because I was going to get that one, we need to get away from Oliva, try something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was about $10 a stick. The Nub Cameroon, that one runs about $11, $12. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not bad, but Arturo Fuente in California, you're going to spend a little bit of money.
That's right. So let's talk a little bit about what we're drinking today. Brother Stowe, you brought Uncle Nearest. Why Uncle Nearest out of all the drinks you could have brought today?
Out of all the drinks?
Out of all the drinks.
Because this one has a history that no one even knows about. I tell you this, so I heard of Uncle Nearest at, was it our second Cigar and Spirits
I believe
event? So they were there, and I kind of saw it, and they kind of brought me back, like, whoa, who's Uncle Nearest? You know what I'm saying? I got an uncle, Uncle Ronald, you know what I'm saying? And
I've got an Uncle Richard.
I got Uncle Tone, you know what I'm saying? But who's Uncle Nearest? You know what I'm saying? So I read the little booklet, and it was like, this might be the master distiller that no one ever knows who could possibly be a former slave.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, what?
Okay.
Right? So I was like, man, I have to try it. So they have the 1856 and they have the 1884. So I've had the 1856 before. This is actually the small batch, which is 98 proof. Let me make sure, just grab the bottle. I'm not sure. 93 proof. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And does it taste like it?
No, but that's what makes it so good, is that you don't taste it. It doesn't taste like harsh. It goes down smooth. This is one of those that you probably want to pay attention to, because if you're not, it'll sneak up on you.
Yeah, it's very, very smooth. So let's see. Let me tell you a story of the man they call Uncle Nearest. And this is from the Uncle Nearest website. So if y'all want to know more of the full history of Uncle Nearest, I'm going to give you just an excerpt. You know what I'm saying? Go on UncleNearest.com and you can find out all about the history of Uncle Nearest. But his given name was Nathan Green, to be accurate. Some wrongly insisted his name was Nearest. But there's a little debate about his incomparable whiskey making skills.
Okay.
Just out Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Up the
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Up the dirt and wagon road, past the old church, and the short trek of Louse Creek, sat the Dan Call farm. Reverend Call, a righteous man and a Lutheran preacher of the highest regard, wasn't averse to operating a whiskey still out behind his farmhouse. But one day, his congregants voiced their displeasure with the man of his position engaged in such an ungodly enterprise. The Right Reverend could not refute such concerns and agreed to turn over the distillery operation to an associate. So here we go. Around the area, it was common knowledge that the outstanding whiskey coming from the Reverend still was being made by Nathan Nearest Green, who was the slave. So they're saying that this was possibly, Nathan Nearest Green was probably the godfather of whiskey.
That's a very interesting story.
And that is a hell of a title.
Yeah.
The Man We Never Knew is what they said on, what they call it on Uncle Near's website, The Man We Never Knew. So who would know? I never knew that the godfather of whiskey could possibly be a former slave.
Yeah. Well,
And so, you know, and then, you know, so on top of that, all the people who run it, they're all African American, they're all black, you know what I'm saying, which is wonderful. Actually a black woman at that, which is beautiful. So that's how Uncle Nearest came on this episode. Yep, not bad. Did you get that?
I got it.
You got that, all right? That was a lot for him to take in right there. So I hope y'all got that, you know what I'm saying?
So, Brother Stogie, what is significant? What is most important to you about Black History Month?
As a black man with black boys, black young boys growing up in the country that we have now, the importance of black history is not only knowing the negative of where we come from, but the greatness in which we were risen. Did you get that? Okay, I'll break it down for you. So, as a black man with black boys, it's very important. So once they get up to the right age, I'll make sure that they know about slavery, slave owners, the racism, Jim Crow, Dred Scott, Abraham Lincoln, all that. I'll make sure they know everything they have to know about their past. You know what I'm saying? Because it's our history, period, whether you like it or not. But we also want them to know about the greatness of Harriet Tubman, Thurgood Marshall, Frederick Douglass. You know what I'm saying? So please, if you need to go get, get your Google real quick, get your phone out to know these names. Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, the greatness of being black. I want them to be able to share everything, not just let them know the negative aspects of our past. You know what I'm saying? Because we have greatness and just new stuff. Because we got youngsters that are watching the show. We have some young people watching the show. Who was Dred Scott? That's okay. You know, I'm gonna bring some new names important. You know what I'm saying? Barack Obama. Did you like him in politics? Doesn't matter. He was a black president. That's greatness. Usain Bolt. Fastest black man on the track. You know, fastest. You know what I'm saying? And then when he beat you, he do a little dance. You know what I'm saying? Greatness. Mike Tyson. That's black history because unfortunately,
in my opinion, greatest of all time.
You know what I'm saying? As old as we are, it's sad that we have to even think that Mike Tyson is now black history. I don't even know how to take that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look,
oh man,
he's still doing his thing at what, 50, 53, 54, however old he is.
Yeah, I mean, he has a podcast too now that's actually really good.
I gotta check it out.
You know, you got it. Boxing Highlights on Instagram. Look them up because they connect you with Mike Tyson's podcast. Okay. It's actually very good. But yes, that is the importance of black history, and to make sure that we, as black men, aren't afraid to stand behind our history, our present, and whatever comes for us in the future. So, I'm gonna throw a walnut in the patch, right?
Well, not a walnut.
Y'all gonna throw a walnut.
But we got peanuts, Brother Stogie.
That's right, that's why I'm gonna throw a walnut. So, as my white friend, my white brother, he's not my friend, he's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Over 20 years of friendship right here. What is important to you about Black History?
I think what's important to me is going to differ greatly than what's important to you. I think for me, the significance of Black history is you know, a lot of what you said. It's understanding the history of Black or African American culture in the United States, understanding where that culture started and where it is today. And I think for me personally, it's the positive. You know, I like to focus on the positives. You should always be aware of, you know, what the negatives were in the history and everything like that, but I'm a very forward-thinking person. I know you are as well. You know, and I like to focus in on the positives, and the positives that, you know, Black and African American community has had on the United States culture.
Yeah.
You know, it's significant from, you know, everything like you were talking about. You know, it could be cigars, it could be whiskey, peanut butter. I know it sounds like a simple thing, but peanut butter was one of those things, you know, and I love peanut butter.
Black me.
It could be sports, it could be entertainment. You know, there are so many different things. It's politics now. And just looking at all the significant contributions the Black community has made in the United States is, without a doubt, I mean, you know, one of the most incredible things, you know, in our history as a country.
Yeah, you know what? And the great thing about our channel, about the Cigar Titans YouTube channel, is that our channel signifies everything that we fought so hard for all these years. You know what I'm saying? For Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying, that walk, the fight of equality, being able to drink out of the same water fountain, go to the same bathroom. Our channel represents what they fought for. You know what I'm saying? Because not only are we just doing this, you know what I'm saying, because we want to put out content,
right, but
outside of this, we family, you know what I'm saying? We drink from the same damn glass sometimes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feed him off my fork, but I'm gonna ask, hey bro, you want some off my plate? And he'll take some off my plate. You know what I'm saying? And we do that with no hesitation. We just wish that, you know, everyone can do that everywhere. But
it's not about being colorblind. You know, I hear that term thrown around a lot. You know, it's like, well, I'm colorblind, I don't see color. It's not about being colorblind. It's okay to recognize the differences between people. What's important is celebrating those differences between people and coming together, and that's what this channel has always been about.
And you know, and what I love about him, why I've been his brother for so long, is that he knows that shit happens in our country. You know what I'm saying? He knows that some things can happen to me that'll never happen to him. You know what I'm saying? He knows, he recognizes, he's not colorblind. You know what I'm saying? He's not, what's that word? He's not ignorant on the fact that it's out there, and it's still out there. It's just a little matured and it kind of looks better on TV, right. You know what I'm saying? But the shit is still out there. But he recognizes that, and that's why I take him in as family. My mother loves him, my wife loves him, my kids love him, and he's part of my family, his brother, whatever. I don't care what color he is. I mean, he might be a little pasty sometimes at night or in the morning. He might be a little too bright for my eyes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, he's my brother through and through, man.
Well, I feel the same way about you.
Yeah, all your dark jokes. Don't say it now. It's the wrong month to say a dark joke, all right? Keep that shit to yourself until March, all right? St. Patrick's Day, you can say whatever you want. But right now, don't say it.
So, Brother Stogie, we took a little trip down history lane, gave him a little bit of fun facts on things that we all unite around and enjoy, cigars, whiskey, you know, that's all the time we got today.
Yeah, man. So that was a good episode.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So for everybody chatting, you know what I'm saying, on our premiere, when this video premieres, everybody in that chat room is all of different races, creeds, and colors.
Yep.
And we love it. Even different languages. We got Paris, France,
yeah,
Africa, Colombia.
Yep.
You know, we didn't forget about you. We said Colombia this time. All right, Carlos, we didn't forget about you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody with different backgrounds on Cigar Titans channel in the Cigar Titans community. So welcome. If you have anybody that's new that has not seen our channel, bring them. And what are you gonna tell them?
You tell them to subscribe.
Tell them to subscribe to our channel.
Right.
Because you already subscribed, right? So why not? Right. Tell them subscribe to our channel. And once they subscribe, tell them to hit that bell so you get a new notification every time Cigar Titans put up a new video for y'all.
Grow this community.
Don't forget to comment. Do that too.
Grow this community.
Comment all the way out. So that's it, right?
That's it. Can't do it without you guys.
We can. We love y'all. Until next time, live how you smoke and smoke how you live. And that's smooth, baby.
We'll see you guys next time.